I don't know whether to throw this away or contribute it to a museum.
I don't eat your breakfast. What's with the eye rolling?
Every morning you say the same thing.
Because every morning you dawdle.
Did you cut your hair?
Yeah. Do you like it?
No.
Eat your breakfast. Did Vincent call?
No.
Oh, it's weird that he hasn't called since he left.
He called when he got to San Francisco.
No, I know, but I mean he hasn't called to yak.
Perhaps he has bigger things on his mind than yakking.
Hi. We can't stay long. I just came for that letter. Which I forgot. But I will write it today, I swear.
His interview is this morning.
Amy is writing a letter of recommendation for Ned's preschool.
There are over 300 applicants for 12 spots. We had to do something to make him stand out. And look, I bought him this nice bright shirt so that they'd remember him, and his sippy cup leaked chocolate milk all over it.
Oh, Jillian, it's preschool. They learn how to not eat paste.
It's not just any preschool, it's Stoppard. They're the feeder school for town and country, without which you will never get into Chandler. Don't you see what this means?
Yes. One day he'll be explaining to a parole board that it all started with a defective sippy cup.
Jillian, have them call me. I'll say something nice. Something smart. Something Ivy League-y.
Okay. You know, it'll only make matters worse if we're late. Goodbye.
All right, Lauren, brush your teeth.
But I'm not.
Tell me I never said the word sippy cup while on the verge of tears.
No, I would have remembered that. But you were an averagely nervous young mother, so try and understand what she's going through.
Why are you picking on me?
Vincent's gone. I have to pick on somebody.
So we found this kid wandering down the highway wearing a big T-shirt and not much else and high on something other than life.
Detective, can you be more specific, if not actually professional?
It was a Hello Kitty T-shirt. What can I tell you? No ID. I couldn't get anything coherent out of her. She looked about 14, maybe 16, but definitely juvenile, so I called you.
Is she talking at all?
No, not really. You'll see. Mister, somebody here to see you.
Hello. I'm Maxine Gray with the Department of Children and Families. Can you tell me your name?
Hi.
Yes, go ahead.
I am Broglio.
That's what she does. She spells. Nonsense words.
Imbroglio. Noun. An intricate or difficult situation, usually in a novel or drama.
You don't say. Well, look. Here's everything she spelled since I got here. Maybe you can figure out who she is.
But aren't you supposed to help me do that?
Me? An unprofessional cop with a lousy vocabulary?
That's funny. I'm telling you, when I took him to the hole and dunked on him, I can't mess with him.
You know what? I gotta go. See you later.
No problem.
Good
All
seeing
right,
you.
good seeing you.
Hey.
Who was that?
A friend. Where's your hair?
Where's yours? Answer the question.
We used to be engaged. It didn't work out. What's your real question?
I don't have a real question.
Good.
I mean, if you were a girlfriend, I might ask you if your mystery friend was single, but you're not a girlfriend, so that's not appropriate.
No, it's not.
Why not?
I have 3 rules. I don't lend money, I don't touch lettuce, and I don't fix people up.
You don't touch lettuce?
It's cold, it's wet, it squeaks. I don't have to explain.
You have a lot more than 3 rules.
Those are the top 3.
What about your friend?
He's not available.
I got them from this guy I know. Said they were sleeping pills. I've been having trouble sleeping.
The doctor tells me they were morphine-based painkillers. And you took quite a few.
They were supposed to be sleeping pills.
Why do you think you've been having trouble sleeping?
You feeling better?
I can explain.
I certainly hope so.
You must be Alice Jane's father. I'm Maxine Gray with the Department of Children and Families. Detective Leon, who found her, called me.
I appreciate you sitting with her until I got here. I'm going to find a doctor so I can get you out of here.
Mr. Kovac, perhaps we could talk for a moment.
Like I said, I appreciate you sitting with her until I got here.
Mr. and Mrs. Granson. Separated in June, and the agreement for joint custody mediated by this court is working out fine, correct?
The Gransons both teach at Wesleyan. They live in the same apartment, and they even carpool to work. It's very amicable.
My client wants a cease and desist, Your Honor.
From working things out in an amicable fashion?
From specialists, Your Honor. From all the damned poking and prodding. I want them to leave my little girl alone.
Paul, it's speech pathology. They don't poke and prod.
No? They just invent a disability that they can cure for $300 an hour.
Well, I don't see anything about a disability.
The child was diagnosed by specialists as demonstrating a serious speech delay, Your Honor. She's 26 months old and doesn't speak.
Can we consider the possibility that she just doesn't have anything to say? Einstein didn't speak until he was 4 years old. He did okay without anyone dragging him to see a specialist.
Your Honor, my client is simply trying to follow the advice of 2 developmental pediatricians who have both recommended an intensive course of therapy.
Okay. I'm going to need some time to look at the doctor's report, so why don't we meet back here tomorrow morning at
11:15.
11:15. Thank you.
I see you like the green block, Ned.
Does that have any significance? As opposed to other colors, I mean. Like, say, kids who are advanced for their age choose a certain color.
Ned, is there some reason why you like the green block better than the other colors?
He's usually very talkative. I mean, not too talkative. I should probably mention that he's adopted. Obviously, he's adopted. Except that my husband could be black, but he isn't. Not that it would make any difference if he were. I dated a black man in college. I mean, African-American, but he was black when we dated. Just a few times, platonically. Not that there would have been anything wrong if we'd had a serious relationship.
How would you describe Ned's sensory threshold?
Oh, I would say... good. Very good. Maybe even excellent.
So he tolerates a lot of commotion?
Oh, yes. He's very tolerant. He loves commotion. A certain kind of commotion. The kind that you have here.
How is Ned with separation?
Oh, he's very good about it. I mean, that's not to say that we're not bonded. We are very bonded. Within the normal bonding boundaries. We also separate well.
Your Honor, Mrs. Mattingly was observed on several occasions breastfeeding her son in public. Complaints were filed, the police were called, and the child was placed in DCF custody.
Wait a minute. Since when is breastfeeding in public a crime?
Did I fail to mention that the child in question is 6 years old?
We're talking about a normal 6-year-old?
As normal as a 6-year-old can be when his mother is still breastfeeding him.
Your Honor, the benefits of breastfeeding have been proven beyond debate, including protection against allergies.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're not going to start back in the primordial ooze. The question before this court is the appropriateness of breastfeeding a 6-year-old.
We think Your Honor will agree with the state that this is just a little too happy of a meal. I'm sorry.
I guess Mr. Harcourt thinks this is a joke, Your Honor. I guess he'll think it's funny when the child's immune system is destroyed, or he ends up in a nut house after being ripped from his mother's breasts by men with guns.
Oh, okay. Let's tone down the rhetoric, shall we?
As Your Honor's no doubt aware, children in other countries are routinely breastfed until they're at least 3 years old, and often well beyond that.
As Your Honor is no doubt aware, if I had a 6-year-old sucking on some portion of my anatomy and called it a bonding experience, I'd be arrested.
Your Honor!
Counsel, approach the bench. Mr. Harcourt, you are going to be arrested right now if you don't knock it off. What is your problem?
Your Honor, my desk is piled up like Who Shot Dick with cases that'll rip your guts out. Frankly, I never thought this one would go to trial, so I'm just a little impatient to get to the point where you tell her this is nonsense and we move on to something that matters.
Your Honor. You save it. I am the only one in a position to decide what goes on my docket and what pace we go at, Mr. Harcourt. And it just so happens I'm not in a lovely mood today. So both of you better start acting like professionals because it would not take much for me to start throwing people's butts in jail. You got it? Good. Sit down.
Can we talk about this word, normal? I mean, we have this narrow range of behavior that we define as normal, and once a kid steps outside of that range, we medicate her, or we drag her to therapists, and they invent a disability.
So you don't consider it a problem that your daughter doesn't speak?
Gérard de Nerval, the great French poet, used to walk a lobster around Paris on a leash. Was that normal?
Nerval hung himself from a lamppost.
That's beside the point.
No. That is the point. Abnormal behavior is a sign that something is wrong.
We used to have room in society for eccentricity, for idiosyncrasy. Now we all have to be the same. We all line up for coffee like Pavlov's dogs every time we see a green awning. It's ridiculous.
And what does this have to do with your daughter's problem?
I want Nicole to be able to develop at her own pace. Maybe she just doesn't have anything to say yet. Your Honor, once my child is labeled abnormal, that's going to be with her for life.
Deliquesce, verb, to melt away or disappear as if by melting.
Deliquesce. D-E-L-E-Q-U-E-S-C-E.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Thank you, Ms. Magnuson. Now, Ms. Alice Jane Kovac. The word is exegesis. Noun, a critical explanation of a text.
Exegesis. E-X-E. G-E-S-I-S. Exegesis.
That is correct.
Can we find a new ethnicity of fast food? I'm about chow mein doubt.
How is he unavailable?
What?
Your friend.
Larry?
Larry. Married, gay, seeing a 22-year-old?
I thought you were seeing someone.
Didn't work out.
Married, gay, or Stu Collins?
Is it impossible to keep a secret from you?
Yes.
Well, I can explain.
Please don't.
I'm not going to hear you talk garbage about Stu Collins while you're holding out on me with a good-looking friend. Just tell me what his deal is.
His deal is his business. And I told you.
I know. You don't touch lettuce. Fine. Forget it. Excuse me for taking the initiative. I'm cranky. Okay, I admit it. I don't have a boyfriend. My brother moved away. It would be nice to have a little diversion, but that's okay. I'll just get fat and get a lot of cats.
Tell you what, I'm having dinner with him tonight. Why don't you join us?
What about your rule?
It might be a good time to make an exception.
Kovac? Mr. Kovac, Maxine Gray. We met at the hospital. I did my homework and discovered that Alice Jane is a spelling champion. I thought I'd come and see her in action. You were very impressive. You must be feeling a lot better.
Get in the car. What do you want?
I want to make sure your daughter's all right. In fact, I would like to come by your home for a follow-up visit.
Oh, she's fine. She doesn't need a visit.
Are you aware that when she was delusional in the hospital, all she did was spell words?
Lady, my daughter is fine. Leave her alone.
Children who are fine do not swallow handfuls of narcotics, nor do they look as if they're about to pass out because they're not sure how to spell the word exegesis. In my personal experience. Perhaps I could follow you to your home.
No, you may not.
I'm unclear as to how the tree destroyed the TV without hurting the roof. Did the tree come in through the window?
Or was it one hell of a house plan?
I'm gonna have to call you back.
Jillian, what's wrong?
Those cowards. They didn't even call me. They sent a fax.
You didn't get in.
Did they say why?
Too many kids, not enough space, blah, blah, blah.
Well, honey, we knew the odds going in.
Yes, they said they would take 12. Well, I want to see those 12. I want to know what makes them better than Ned.
Look, it's not the end of the world.
I want to know if they were all just whiter than Ned.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, the delightful Mr. Kovac.
You know Mr. Kovac?
Who do you think wrote War and Peace? I've been dealing with him forever.
Well, can you save me some time and give me the highlights?
Sure. He's a nut.
What do you know about his daughters?
Well, he yanked him out of school a few years back to do the homeschooling thing. Now all three of them are nationally ranked spelling bee champs. So he must be doing something right.
Perhaps, if you judge by spelling bee trophies. The girls didn't look very happy. Is there a Mrs. Kovac?
She disappeared when the girls were young. Claims she ran off. It might have been her only option.
Did I mention that the girls didn't look very happy?
Did I mention I've already been around the block on this one? I've talked to teachers, I've talked to school nurses, I've talked to neighbors. The guy's a loon, but he never does anything you can pin on him. You're wasting your time.
So you don't think it's crazy that your wife is still breastfeeding your 6-year-old son?
Objection.
Sustained. Counsel rephrased.
You don't have a problem with it?
It's unusual, but I wouldn't say crazy.
Do you approve of it?
Tell them about the child-led weaning.
Mrs. Mattingly, you'll have your turn.
My wife believes in child-led weaning.
What does that mean?
It means that the child will let you know when he doesn't want to breastfeed anymore.
Mrs. Mattingly, sit down and don't speak again until I tell you it's okay.
Well, what happens when Junior is 18 and he still thinks it's a great idea?
I don't know.
Your Honor, that is just a silly question.
Counsel, where's the child?
Well, we saw no need to subject him to this, Your Honor.
Well, I do. What time will they have the child here tomorrow, Mr. Van Exel?
10:30.
Good. I'll see everyone at 10:30 in my chambers. No one speak until then. Hey there. Andrew, do you know why you're here today?
If I talk to you, the police might let me go home and live with my mom again.
And do you know why the police took you away from home?
They wanted my mom to stop feeding me, and she wouldn't.
Right. Well, some people are concerned about the way that she's feeding you. When you're at school, what do you eat for lunch?
My mom packs me a sandwich and some milk in a thermos.
Breast milk?
It's the only kind I like.
Andrew, do you have any other friends whose mothers still breastfeed them?
No,
Do they tease you?
sometimes.
How does that make you feel? Hey, Andrew, I really need to know. How do you feel about your mom breastfeeding you?
My mom says it's her favorite time of day.
What about you? Is it your favorite time of day?
No, I like recess.
As you saw in the reports, the doctors have ruled out autism, cerebral palsy, hearing problems, and they say she shows no sign of retardation.
And what does that leave?
A developmental language disorder which could be corrected with speech therapy.
Didn't the doctors mention another possibility?
Elective mutism.
Which means the child chooses not to speak even though there is nothing wrong.
Yes, they say that's possible.
Well, isn't there some way for the doctors to determine the differences between the two possible conditions?
No, they say there's no way to tell at this age, but the therapy might help. I don't see how it could hurt. I used to agree with Paul. I used to think that giving my child a conventional life would be the worst thing that I could do for her. But that was when I was pregnant, and the child that we're talking about was hypothetical. Now I can look at my daughter's face, and I see her pain and frustration. I just want her to be able to go to preschool and finger paint with the other kids her age. How can that be a bad thing for me to want?
Okay, we're here.
No, don't be obvious. In fact, it wouldn't hurt if you said that you'd asked me to come along, because this isn't a restaurant, it's a church.
Yes, it is.
Why are we here?
This is where Larry and I are having dinner. It's a potluck thank you dinner for the people that volunteer hours for the food bank.
Well, why didn't you tell me it was a church thing?
You didn't ask.
Oh, no, you do this on purpose. You thought I would like him if I knew he was a church friend. Well, look, just because I don't go to church doesn't mean I'm a godless heathen.
Hey, Bruce!
Hey.
I got your message. It's nice to see you again. So you must be Judge Gray.
Amy Gray, meet Larry Montoya.
It's nice to finally meet you. I've been hearing about you for a long time.
Oh, really?
Father Larry? Excuse me, I have to go pretend to care about the liturgical committee. I'll be back.
You think you're cute, don't you?
I am cute. Here you go. We're on the setup committee, so set up.
Now, I know you all think I'm Ebenezer Scrooge's stingier cousin, but I want you to look at these numbers. $375 last month on legal pads. Everybody thinks a legal pad's no big deal, but if everybody takes one legal pad home, then what have we got?
Illegal pads.
See, this isn't funny.
The problem is that certain people have a key to the supply cabinet and others don't, but we all get blamed. Either everyone should have a key or no one should have a key.
Does it trouble no one that our desks are piled high with child abuse allegations we don't have time to verify because we are fretting about legal pads and paper clips?
Paper clips. Glad you reminded me. Does anyone have any idea what a case of paper clips goes for? Huh? And we all get upset when we hear about now this $2,000 potty seats, but it's just a different form of what goes on here. This is government waste, plain and simple. Maxine, you've not been excused.
Alice Jane?
Please don't make me go back there.
All parties are present in the matter of Andrew Mattingly. This is not complicated, folks. Mrs. Mattingly is forcing the family to go along with a practice that clearly makes them uncomfortable. It's one of those cases where the craziest person in the room runs the room because everybody else is walking around on eggshells.
Can a judge call me crazy like that?
I can't really believe it's necessary for me to put on a black robe and sit behind a big desk to say it's a bad idea to breastfeed a 6-year-old boy, but for some reason it is, so here goes. It's a bad idea to breastfeed a 6-year-old boy in America in the year 2001. Now, I don't care what anyone does in other countries or what anybody did 100 years ago because I don't live there and neither do you. Any questions? Good. We're dismissed.
I don't think she's allowed to call me crazy.
Yes, actually, she is. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We cannot send her back to that man.
I told you, I've been through the ringer with this guy. There's nothing we can point to. Making your child learn how to spell every word in the dictionary is not illegal. Making her wear gray flannel is not illegal.
It's psychological abuse.
But it's not illegal. Maxine, this is just one of those bad cases where there isn't anything we can do. It's not our fault.
Well, that'll be a big consolation the next time Alice Jane swallows a fistful of pills.
I left a message on Mr. Kovac's answering machine and told him Alice Jane was here.
Why didn't you just drive her home so that he can start to abuse her again even sooner?
Thank you, Robert.
Well, forgive me if I'm not ready to run my panties up the flagpole just yet.
Look, if you can find a legal way to keep her, I am all for it. I just don't see it.
Okay, in the matter of...
Before you speak.
I'm already speaking. In the matter of Nicole Granson... Sit down, Mr. Granson. Look, when I'm not here being a judge, I'm at home being a mother. So I have a pretty good idea of how these things work. I know what it's like to have to separate in your mind and in reality the hypothetical child you envisioned before she was born from the reality of who she is. Now, no one likes to admit that there may be something wrong with their child, especially not in this situation with the two of you being academicians with very high intellectual ambitions. The way I see it, Mr. Granson is not ready to give up the way he'd envisioned raising a child, and that's understandable. I mean, we all have dreams for our children. And dreams die hard, and when they do, it hurts. Mr. Granson, you had a vision of the future, and you're still there. It's a dangerous place to be, so I have to bring you back. The reality is that your child is having a hard time. And it's my job to make things a little easier for her. And by extension, for you. So I order that you continue the therapy for 3 months, and then we'll take a look and see where things stand. That's all.
Now may I speak?
If you want to. I don't believe you called me. I mean, what am I supposed to call him? I'm not Catholic. Do I have to call him? Oh, hi, hold on a minute.
Hey, this is Bruce. Judge Gray's returning your call. Okay.
Hi. Yeah, well, I got your message, so I thought. Oh, really? Yeah, that would be nice. Today. Sure, yeah, I could juggle some things, but I could do that. Okay, I'll see you there at 1. Bye. He asked me to lunch. Why?
He asked you to lunch because he's hungry, and he doesn't want to eat alone.
Why me?
I have no idea.
So it's not like flirting.
No, it's not like flirting.
Because priests don't flirt.
Not if they like their jobs.
So, priests, we're talking nada. Not even heavy petting. Light petting.
Do I look like I want to have this conversation with you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they changed the fish on Friday thing.
This is not like the fish thing.
Bruce, I don't want to have lunch with a priest. Come with me!
I was hoping you could give me some insight as to why Ned wasn't accepted.
Well, Mrs. Gray, as I explained to you, we had a record number of applicants, and unfortunately...
I know. You could only take 12. I just wanted to know who the 12 were and what made them better than my son.
It's really not that simple.
Mrs. Livingston, I'm going to have to try and get Ned into another school, and if he's doing something to hurt his chances, I need to know what it is.
Well, to be perfectly frank, there's nothing wrong with Ned. He's a delightful child, and we'd love to have him at our school.
You would?
He's bright and alert, and obviously he'd help with our minority quota. The problem is, we're very big on parental involvement here.
Oh, I would absolutely be involved.
Yes, well, the problem is, I feel that you're a little too high-strung. I'm not sure you'd fit in here.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I can be calm. I can be low key. Maybe I just need different circumstances. I could lay off the caffeine on days that I had to do school things. I swear. If you let him in, I will be any way that you want me to be. Especially calm.
I'm sorry. We've already made our decision.
There you are.
I like your shirt. It's good they don't make you wear the uniform all the time. I mean, the priest shirt. What do I mean?
The clerics.
Right. You know what? I'm turning myself into an idiot, so you should just tell me why we're having lunch.
Because you're a judge.
Oh, good.
So, you know there's a chaplain who counsels kids in juvenile detention. More specifically at Long Lane.
Father Matheson?
Right. And he's retiring, and I'd like to replace him. So I thought if I could convince you over lunch that I am a decent guy in a nice shirt, you might recommend me.
Sure. Why would you want that job?
Why do you want yours?
Some days I don't. But I mean, you already have a hell of a day job. I don't mean to trivialize hell.
I'm a workaholic, okay? I don't want to spend my nights dining with parishioners, going to boring committee meetings, and God forbid, watching Friends reruns while contemplating another 30 or 40 years of celibacy. And frankly, I think I'd be good at it. That's the truest answer I can give you.
Okay. I like that answer.
And since I'm in a confessional mood, no pun intended, I had another reason for asking you to lunch.
Really?
I hope this doesn't sound too, forward. But Bruce mentioned you've been going through a rough time. With your brother moving and your best friend dying last year. I thought you could use someone to talk to.
Look, I don't know what Bruce told you, but, I'm pretty committed about being confused about religion.
No, I respect that. I really was just talking about, talking. You say something, I listen.
And why would you want to do that?
Because I'm good at it.
Well, I appreciate your concern, but I'm really fine.
Alice Jane, here's my card in case you ever need anything.
Sorry for the trouble. It won't happen again.
Alice Jane. Just one more thing. I just want to be sure you understand something. Running away from home is not a minor thing. We take it very seriously when children run away from home.
Don't you worry. She's going to take it seriously.
In fact, if you do it again, we are going to be forced to declare you an habitual runaway. That has grave consequences. We'd have to take you away and place you in a foster home. Do you understand? Going home then.
Julian. What's wrong? Where are Mom and Lauren? They went to the store to get some notebook paper for Lauren's homework. Well, why are you here? And crying? Because I can't go home and face Ned and Peter. I've let them down. What are you talking about? He didn't get into Stoppard. I thought that maybe it was like a racial thing. But I guess somehow in the interview I gave the impression of being high-strung. And they don't feel that I'll fit in with the other parents. I told the woman that I could be calm, but she wouldn't listen, and by the time I left, I was very not calm. Well, there are other schools.
Stoppard is the best.
So he'll go to second best.
You don't understand. He's adopted. It's not like that ever slips my mind.
I'm raising someone else's child because I thought I could give him a better life. That was my promise, Amy. My promise. And I've already broken it. Jillian, look. This perfect life that you're trying to provide, I had it. I went to all the best schools. I had all the advantages, and look at me. My life is a mess. No, you're just saying that. No, Jillian, my life is a mess. Yeah, I have a great job, but it's not always rewarding. Sometimes it's downright silly. I'm divorced. I can't seem to hold on to a boyfriend for more than 3 weeks. My little brother moved away, so I have no one to complain to. You can't control life. It's like water seeking its own level. Life wants to be a mess. Don't ask me why. I just love him so much. I know. And that's why it's impossible for you to ruin his life. Oh, God. Look what time it is. I told the sitter she could leave a half hour ago. Thank you, Amy. If I forget all this, will you tell it to me again? Whenever you want. Hello, when you call me back, will you tell me what I'm supposed to call you? This is Judge Gray. You can call me Amy. I guess I'm having second thoughts, about that talking thing. You know, I talk, somebody listens, I magically feel better. Especially that last part.
Coming up next on TNT's Prime Time in the Daytime, Briscoe and Logan try to prove an unethical doctor guilty of murder. Don't miss the drama of Law and Order next.